Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video over on PrizePicks. I got my 3 favorite plays today in the WNBA, and guys, we went 3-0 yesterday, smacking out our 3 picks. Look at this beauty of a slip. All 3 of these went on the over, and today we're locking in 3 more picks. But first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one. It takes you 2 seconds, completely free. Let's try to get to 20 likes. And also, I'm super confident in these picks, guys. If we do not go 3-0 on these picks today, I'm dropping free VIP for every single one of you guys for tomorrow. So make sure you guys are locked in. Hit that like button on this video. And guys, we went 3-0 yesterday. I'm feeling good. We're running it back today. But if we don't go 3-0, it's a win-win because you guys are all getting free VIP tomorrow. Now, before we get into the picks, I got to talk about literally my best advice for anybody trying to make money on sports betting. Your first couple $100, it is one thing only. Claiming deposit bonuses and sign-up bonuses as well. These apps are literally handing you free money, and I don't see enough people online talking about this, or at least not like many people at all don't even talk about it at all. You can literally start and make some money today on a new app and just no catch. You can get on and you can make money. These apps are betting. Funny, they're betting on you staying addicted and staying hooked, and eventually in the long run, they'll make money back. But if you're smart enough, you can literally just hop on, claim the deposit bonus, play a little bit, hop off, or just continue making money if you use proper systems, and then you will just be in the green from the get-go. There is literally no risk to some of these apps. Now, the apps that I would recommend, number 1, Rebet. You guys can sign up with code FFBAM, and you get up to $100 on your deposit match. So whatever you put in up to $100, you just double that. It's super simple, super easy. You put in $50, you get 100. You put in $100, you get 200. You guys get the idea. Code FFBAM for that one. Other apps I would recommend are PrizePicks and Underdog, and both of these apps have elite sign-up offers. Pretty similar, honestly. Underdog has got a play $5, get $50, and PrizePicks has a play $5, get $150 if you win. So if you win your first entry on PrizePicks that you put your $5 on, you get up to $150, or not up to, you get $150. And if you play your first $5 on Underdog, whether you win, whether you lose, they don't really care. They're handing you a $50 no matter what. So you guys can do that math right there. That's basically $300 you could get from signing up on these 3 apps. And I'm doing you one better. If you sign up on any of these apps using my code, so it's code BAM for Underdog and PrizePicks and code FFBAM on Rebet, and you DM me the word win to this number right here, I'll get you on a free month of VIP picks. So if you guys want a free day of VIP picks, you better hope we don't clean sweep today. I'm telling you, we're clean sweeping today. But if you guys want a free month of my VIP picks, all you got to do is sign up for one of these apps that is literally handing you money to sign up. It makes no sense not to do this. Go ahead and lock in and claim your free money now. Genuinely, this sounds too good to be true, but it makes sense from the app's perspective, right? The apps know they're going to make a ton of money off of the 1 or 2 customers who just stay on forever, even as they keep losing. But all you have to do is not be one of those customers and have a little bit of brains, and you will just rob these apps with their insanely lucrative sign-up bonuses. Code FFBAM on Underdog and PrizePicks, code FFBAM on Rebet, and code BAM on Underdog and PrizePicks. Those links are in the comments of this video. Now, let's get into the first play of the day. Well, actually, first up, one thing I got to talk about is the Discord. Discord is 100% free. You guys can lock in here, start making money with us, and I drop in plays every single day. So you guys can go up and join up in there. That is the first link in the comments as well. Now, let's get into the first play of the day. We're starting it off with A'ja Wilson right here. Literally the best player in the WNBA. And guys, I love to see this because there is good value on her play, and there is good value particularly on her over. Particular play that I like on her card is not just any particular pick. It is this one right here. You could take her at 41.5 PRA, 27.5 points, but if I'm being straight up, guys, both of these lines are insanely high, and yeah, she could definitely hit them. I think she's obviously the best player in the league and has a great chance of hitting these lines, but this one is by far and away the most valuable one. The 3.5 assists right here. She's hit this in 4 straight games. First up, averaging 4.2 assists in her last 5 games. But if we look at this over the long run this season, you might go, wait, this looks really bad. What's going on? She's not hitting this consistently. She's only getting 3 consistently. She's only hit this in 10 of 26 games. Why would we even want to take a play like this? Well, first of all, this is significantly better for her position against this particular matchup. This is significantly better for her in the last few games. Her system, or her role in the system, has obviously changed. You can see how she is playing little bit of a different game than she's usually done, and it's additionally correlated to how many minutes she's getting. She's getting significantly more minutes. Obviously, she's always going to get a ton of minutes. The best player in the league, best player on the team, of course. But look at this, right? 31 minutes a game, very, very solid. And in this particular game, it is, I'm not going to say a blowout. I mean, 6-point favorites are pretty consistently should be a close game. I'm not going to say this is going to be a blowout, but if it's not a blowout, like, you're looking at a very, very good play for A'ja Wilson right here. And it's not just that, right? Like we were saying earlier, the assist defense for Chicago looks good, right? It looks great. They're top 4 defense in the league to assist. But then you look to centers in particular, well, they're actually middle of the pack, right? And that's exactly what you want to be looking at. You don't want to just look at the overall. You want to dive deep into, well, how is it per her position, right? Does that actually matter? In this case, it does. It is a significant jump from the overall right here. And you can assume that for the guards, yeah, they're number 1. But then for the big players, forwards and centers, 12 and 9. So it's significantly more likely that the centers and the big, I'm not going to say big man, I guess, the big players get more assists here than usual, whereas the guards find it more difficult. And it's not just me that likes this pick, guys. Don't just take my word for it. Take the $1 billion company's word for it. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean you can use plus EV systems to just see, well, what do other apps have this priced at? And guys, PrizePicks has it priced at minus 119. Of course, they're not going to show you that, but this is implied odds. So PrizePicks should show you more or less, right? But we can do the math behind it, and we can say if you take the optimal slip type, which I guess you probably won't, it's going to be a 5-man or 6-man flex, which most people don't do. I might be getting too deep into the math. The overall average value for a play on PrizePicks is basically minus 122, right? And in this case, we can see all the other apps giving this at minus 130 for DraftKings, minus 135 actually. Hard Rock is at minus 135. Fanatics, FanDuel, minus 135. Fanatics, minus 140. Fliff, minus 145. Sleeper and Underdog at minus 155. So how is this possible, right? How is it possible that other apps are pricing this at minus 155, but we can get it at a regular pick right here? I mean, this is just simply put a good plus EV pick. So I can like the pick as much as I want, and I can bet it as much as I want, but I really feel even more confident when I look to other apps, literal $1 billion companies, and they have them priced at a higher value than PrizePicks does, at a shorter value than PrizePicks does in this case, right? So we can get this at 3.5 assists on the over, and you just know in your mind, because you can see the other apps, right? Literally the exact same pick, that this is probably around a plus 105, plus 110, but this is around a minus 140 or minus 135. So I absolutely love this play for A'ja Wilson. That's going to be play number 1 and probably my favorite pick of the day. Now, getting into play number 2, we're going over to Courtney Vandersloot right here to stay in the same game. Going to the other team though, and we're taking Vandersloot on the under at 8.5 points. This is another play that I absolutely love. And if we look at this, okay, we can't take her on the points anymore. Honestly, I hate PrizePicks sometimes because it was just up there. We're going to pivot and we're going to take her under on PRA. This is what happens, guys. They fill you with demons and goblins. And they don't let you take any unders. You know what? It happens sometimes with PrizePicks. We can still bet on their app because they still have a lot of good picks. Sometimes it's just annoying. We're taking the under at 14.5 PRA. And this one isn't bad either. Obviously, it's not as good as the points one, but that's neither here nor there. If we look at this over the long run, you might go, wait, what are we doing here? This is probably one of the worst picks you'll ever see. Why is there so much red on my screen, right? Well, she's played only 11 games this season, so with the season stats are a little bit of a small sample size. She's hit the under in 4 out of these 11 games. And if we look at this in the matchup category, well, once again, right, the matchups looks like a decent matchup, right? It looks like kind of a middle of the road matchup, maybe not too bad. But then you look at it to her particular position, right, to a guard position. Well, look at this, right? Top 5 defense, top 5 defense in points and rebounding, and a top 6 defense in assists allowed, right? We all know that this Aces team, this Vegas team, is very, very solid, and they even show that defensively as well as offensively. And like we were looking at before, this is a 6.5 point spread. In the event that this is a blowout, which is always, good security, then Vandersloot will probably play less minutes and go favoring towards on the under. So I like this one a ton. Also, it's worth mentioning that her minutes have been, on the rise, but still haven't been that high. I mean, 20 minutes a game, averaging 18 minutes a game, probably not enough to get over this line right here. So I like this one a ton on the under 14.5 PRA. But if the line comes back for 8.5 points, I prefer it there more on the under, of course. Now, Before we get into the last play, guys, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to drop picks on here every single day for you guys. I literally haven't missed a day in so long. I've missed a couple of days actually, but basically haven't missed it. Maybe missed like maybe 3 days in the last like 100 days. So locked in, giving you guys picks every single night. If you're wondering, what are the best picks on PrizePicks? Just go over to the channel and watch the video every single day. I got a video up for you guys telling you guys the best picks, and we're locking in this as the last play of the day for us on Saturday. It's going to be Sabrina right here on the over on the assists at 5.5, or on the under on the assists at 5.5 right here. Where to go? Well, what do you know, guys? I told you guys this was a good pick on the under at 5.5 assists. What did PrizePicks do? They took it away. This is what happens, right? When you take plus EV picks, when you take positive, good value picks, PrizePicks is going to take them away because they don't want you making good bets, right? It's not just PrizePicks, it's every other app. But this is what happens on the VIP. You know, you can get these plays in before I just sit and record a 10-minute video and send it out to you guys. But I'm going to pivot real quick. And we're going to pivot real quick. It's not too bad, but I do like the under here at 20.5 points. I'll say it again. If this comes back at 5.5 assists and PrizePicks lets you take both sides of the over or the under instead of just forcing you into a bad value pick of a goblin, I like the under at 5.5 assists. That being said, today's pick is going to be the points on the under for Ionescu at 20.5. This one I absolutely love once again. I mean, you can see this in the last 10. You might go, well, it's not looking that great. But you look at this over the season, right? Look at the longer span. Well, she's actually hit the under in 67% of these games. And yeah, a lot of these ones have been pretty decent minutes, honestly. You could even lower it for just when she plays, say, 30 plus minutes. And still, you're looking at a very, very good sample size right here. So I do like this one a lot for Sabrina Ionescu on the under at 20.5 points. I mean, we can go into a lot of these stats, but straight up, this one is more valuable on the under than the over. And that's going to be my last pick of the day. I mean, it is unfortunate, right? Okay, well, do you need any more proof as to why this is a valuable pick? I click back over to PrizePicks just to show you guys the last picks of the day. And what happens? Well, it was at 20.5 and I was telling you the under was valuable. Now they moved it to 19.5. Once again, we're securing value literally every single minute. We're ahead of PrizePicks. I told you guys, take the under at 5.5 assists. What do you know? They bump it. I told you guys, take the under at 20.5 points. What do you know? They bump it. They keep moving the goalposts for this. So if you guys are still listening, take the under at 30.5 PRA. This is now the new most valuable pick for Sabrina Ionescu. But yeah, that's all I got. If you guys want to not mess around with this, trying to beat out PrizePicks every single minute, they're changing the lines, you can't keep up, and you're trying to lock it in faster, and I'm locking it in faster, but maybe I can't send it out to you in time, and all that mess. Just join up on the VIP. I send out these picks to you guys, and within seconds, I've locked it in, you've locked it in, we're beating PrizePicks by the second. Or just join up on the Discord. I send out a few picks in there as well every single day. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all watching the video, and let's make some money on the WNBA on Saturday.